What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Today may have been the best comic book media day in a Editor Michael here. Just want to let you know this was recording Wednesday when everything dropped, but yeah, a while. We got the first 3 episodes of Invincible Season 4. First of all, I already watched it. Gonna make a review video on it later. It was peak, I'm not gonna lie to you. As well as that, we also got some cool comic drops. I may have picked a few up, like Deadpool #2. And I forgot the other one, Cyclops #2. But I know why you guys clicked on this video. You want to see my review of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. Not my review, my breakdown of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. So, we're going to get into it now, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so to start off this trailer, we instantly pick up where the spell finished. I don't know when it actually happened, but we see MJ and Ned, they're on like a video on Instagram, it looks like, and we see that they got into MIT, so the spell worked.
I can't believe our first day at MIT! MJ, come on, pretend like you're not the happiest you've ever been in your entire life.
I can't.
And we also see on a TV that Ned and MJ are watching that Spider-Man received the key to the city.
To stop it was to make everyone forget about it.
Also looks like he has no robotics in his suit, so we have an OG Spider-Man. No electronics, no Tony Stark, all that. So, this is about to be a good movie with, a good Spider-Man. But we're going to get that boring stuff out of the way. We're instantly after that thrown into Spider-Man's, holy crap, swinging through the city. And he gets shot with a minigun. And I'm like, who's driving? A minigun on a truck. And we're like, who's driving this truck? Drives off. After Spider-Man gets hit, he falls to the ground. And he gets ran over by, drumroll please, Punisher, a.k.a. Frank Castle. And he proceeds to web his shotgun, and then Spider-Man kicks Punisher out of the back of the moving truck. What's it called? After he got shot. Not after shot. I think he got shot, I don't know.
The hell, Frank? You just hit me with a van!
Quit your whimpering. Suit yourself. Mother.
But I'm not gonna lie, I don't get this. There's people walking around watching a minigun get shot at Spider-Man, watching Spider-Man get shot with a shotgun, and him kicking Punisher out of a truck. Picture this is a truck, right? This is a truck right here. This is the front of the truck. Oh, this is the front of the truck, right? Straight through the back of the truck, out the back. Nobody's doing anything, nobody's freaking out, nobody's running. And by the way, when I say this, I'm not joking. Here's a screenshot for proof. At least you can't see in the trailer. So, I don't know if I'm just a wimp, but personally, I'm booking it if there's people shooting miniguns and shotguns on the middle of the New York roads. But after that scene of the trailer, we switch over to what seems like a party with we see Ned, MJ, and Peter Parker's there. So Spider-Man's there, but he's not in the Spider-Man suit. And I forgot his name, but for that one dude that MJ originally liked is there also, and it seems like they're together now after the entire spell happened. He officially has organic webs due to a genetic modification, which we'll get back into later. But if you don't know what organic webs is, he can create his own webs now. He doesn't need a canister, and he naturally has the webs. So, not the best scene, but it's kind of cool.
Oh, God.
And, in my opinion, I'm pretty sure they're just trying to make him the best Spider-Man at this point. And I'm pretty sure they pulled it off. And, I'm sorry to Tobey Maguire and my goat Andrew Garfield, but he's slowly been gaining just aura since Infinity War. Whether that's him fighting Thanos, you know, he fought Thanos, fought aliens, saved Tony Stark. He's starting to get a really sad backstory, and I think from what I know, it's unique. With him losing his mentor, that part's not unique, but Tony Stark part of his mentor being Tony Stark, that part's unique, I'm pretty sure. Then losing Aunt May, and then all of his friends forgetting who he is. That's pretty unique, that's pretty dark, and that's pretty crazy. And then I'm pretty sure everybody's going to agree with me on this. The best suit, bro. He has the best suit now. I don't know. I mean, come on. Look at this suit. It's pretty fun. I just think it's kind of crazy. He's also going to be fighting street level crime. So, we're getting street level. We're getting non-street level, like with Thanos, which is what he is in the comic books. I'm currently reading Secret Wars, and he's on a different planet. He's fighting a whole bunch of different bad guys, not just street level. So, I like him fighting street levels in movies, but I think it's kind of cool that he also doesn't fight just street levels. But continuing to the trailer, we see Dr. Banner, Bruce Banner, the Hulk, whatever you want to call him. It seems he's now a college professor. And so we see Peter Parker walk up to him, and we see him my bad. We see him ask about a genetic modification, which is what I meant. I will get back into it, because he realizes he's starting to make organic webs. I think I don't know the full story, but he's talking, so we still have Bruce's voice going over. We get a flash of scenes, right? And one of the flashes, we go and we see a girl sitting in a chair, which will pop screenshots up for most of the stuff. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video. But it seems like it could be a mutant like Jean Grey, which was confirmed Sadie Sink was going to be playing a mutant in this movie. We just never got confirmed which mutant. So, I don't know. I think it's going to be Jean Grey. That's what speculation is. But, that, as I said, that's just speculation at the moment. But we did get Sadie Sink did get announced that she was playing a mutant in this movie a couple months back, actually. I don't know exactly when, but everybody was thinking it was Jean Grey or another mutant. I forgot who they thought it was. I didn't realize till editing this video and getting the clips that he also is working up his spider sense a lot. He gets really reactive to water. So when I play the clip, you'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, we'll get into that right now.
Excuse me, Dr. Banner? I need your help.
What did you say your name was? If DNA is mutating, it would be enormously dangerous.
Spiders have 3 life cycles.
And then after that, they instantly launch us into a scene of a building getting blown up. And this part of the trailer really confused me. But he ripped off the tank top. The top of the tank, the little circle on the top of the tank. He ripped it off. And his grandma's sitting inside of it. And she shakes her head like this. And then the officer behind Peter Parker shakes his head like that. And then an officer above does the same thing. So I don't know what that's about. So while I was talking to my uncle about this part this morning, which I didn't realize or think about it, I think it's Jean Grey mind controlling them. But yeah, you'll see it when I hop into the clip why I think that. I think she does the thing at the end of it. I didn't notice that until I rewatched it.
When between cycles, it can leave the spider vulnerable to threats.
We are faced with a danger that we can't control. One we can't even see.
The Scorpion, which I think is going to be interesting, because we've seen Lizard, we've seen Rhino on the big screen, so I'm wondering how they're going to do Scorpion. He seems pretty cool. Alright, but then, after it shows him fighting Scorpion for a moment, they have a little fight, and then cuts out, and then it goes back to Frank Castle, saying you're going to, something about you're losing it, kid. I forget exactly what. But then it flashes to a scene of Peter Parker and MJ talking on a roof. But it's not Peter Parker, it's Spider-Man. So I wonder if she's going to find out who Peter Parker is and she's going to remember all this stuff.
Out of my way.
You're losing it, kid.
And my friend in school today, when we were talking about the trailer, actually brought up a really good theory. He said, what if Bruce Banner, like the Hulk, remembers who Spider-Man is because he wasn't there during the spell? Because it only made people that were there forget who Spider-Man was. I think that would be interesting. And he does ask, what's your name again, before he talks about the genetic modification. So I think that could be interesting. But it then cuts to him fighting another villain of the movie, which if you guys have watched Daredevil season, like the original Daredevil Netflix show, The Hand from Daredevil season 2, he's seen they're flying at each other, and then I think it's him, but like somebody's eye, it zooms into somebody's eyes and their eyes go black, and I think that might be Venom, but I'm not positive. It reminded me of Venom personally. Reminded me of my goat symbiote Spider-Man, but I don't know. This is just my opinion. All this video is the trailer. What I'm saying about the trailer, most of it is true, and then some of it is just what I'm theorizing on it. But then that cuts out. We see another one of them going at each other after that. And then he breaks the sword. He breaks the sword with his web, which was sick. I'm not gonna lie. He like grabs it with his webs like this and pulls it apart and it shatters. Sick. That was just sick. Then it cuts to another scene of him on a building right here, and then they're on a rooftop and they're jumping at each other. And I seen something. I think it was on Facebook, and apparently they cut something out of the trailer, and there was like multiple characters in the background, but they cut it out because they didn't show the characters in the thing, and they weren't meant to. And I heard it, I think it was Daredevil, Rogue, or something like that. And they also have a Rogue Easter. So I was talking to my uncle about this morning too. And apparently people think it's Daredevil and he was jumping down on the roof with Spider-Man, because they did the same thing for, I believe it was the No Way Home trailer. They cut the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire out of the trailer as well. And it looks like that. You'll see when I run the clip, but like it looks really weird. It looks like there should be another character right below him, and the hand is jumping directly towards what it looks like the other characters. So yeah, that's what people think. My bad.
Those spiders who make it through.
Here's Rogue. I just froze it so you guys can see real quick, but that's all.
It amounts to a kind of
Now, if you look below Spider-Man, this is where people are talking about where they think Daredevil or another superhero is going to be. It's right below where he is, but that's all.
rebirth.
Right. Well, Spider-Man swinging, hits like a bus, and there's this girl dressed like Rogue, but I don't think it's actually Rogue. It was pretty cool, though. But it then cuts to MJ saying, I think it right after, it cuts to MJ saying, like MJ, Ned, and Peter talking about these flowers, and he's like, I'm just a neighbor, and she's like, a friendly neighbor, aka she's talking about a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It then cuts to a release date, which is going to release on July 31st, I believe, which is coming up here. I'm kind of excited, I'm not gonna lie, but
A housewarming gift.
I'm MJ.
I'm just a neighbor from across the hall.
Friendly neighbor.
that's all I have to say about the trailer. This is my breakdown, and if you guys can, just go watch the trailer for yourself. If you guys think I missed anything, type it in the comments below. But you know, make sure you do that. If you think I forgot anything, or if you have a theory, type it in the comments. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to think, what you guys think and want to say about this trailer, because it was just all around a really interesting trailer. For I think a minute and 30 seconds, they fit a lot in to that minute and 30 seconds that make you really want to watch the movie. You know, really interested in it. But like and subscribe, and that's your boy MD Games out. And wait till I catch you in the next one. Peace.